From WENY News, this is First Warning Weather.
Well, welcome back. Pleasant evening across the Twin Tiers. We have partly cloudy skies overhead. Temperatures slowly dropping back through the 60s. We'll likely end up in the upper 50s to around 60 overnight tonight, but then the heat really begins to build as early as tomorrow. So keep that in mind if you have any outdoor plans. Definitely want to keep yourself hydrated and drink plenty of water. Looking at a high of 88 for tomorrow. Into the 90s Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And through that stretch, we could be looking at heat indices between 100 and 105. That's how it's going to feel when you factor in the humidity. So some dangerous heat headed our way. Now, here's what we're looking in terms of precipitation at this hour. Not too much across the Northeast. We do have a big area of high pressure, that heat dome, if you will, over the southeastern United States. And that's going to slowly build to the north. Now, at the same time, we're keeping an eye on all these thunderstorms here over the northern plain states. These are going to head eastbound through the next 24 hours or so and likely crest this big ridge. So this ridge will tend to protect us from this thunderstorm complex, but it'll likely drop down over eastern New York or into New England at some point tomorrow night. We'll track that here with our computer guidance here in just a second. But first, in the meantime, again, not too much going on locally tonight. Just some passing clouds and temperatures dropping back through the 60s. Heading to the Laurel Fest for tomorrow. Maybe a stray shower or thunderstorm, but generally dry. But again, keep in mind the temperature is up to 88, our forecast high. Now back to our computer guidance, and those same storms that are near North Dakota tonight will be cresting that ridge, and a thunderstorm complex will be dropping south through eastern New York. Right now, we don't think it's going to impact our area. Something we'll be watching closely, though. This is the overnight period tomorrow night into early Sunday, but all indications take it farther off towards the east. But again, we will have that heat building across our area, heading up to WGI, looking at 95 by Sunday afternoon. All right, let's check out the 5-degree guarantee for today. We forecast a high temperature of 80, and that was our official high at the Elmira Corning Regional Airport. Tonight, we'll be looking at partly cloudy skies. And by the way, so far, our total donation, thanks to Superior Plus Propane, $390 as of April 1st. Partly cloudy skies tonight, temperatures bottoming out in the lower 60s. Here's that 7-day forecast, and extreme heat headed our way. It's been a while since we've seen a stretch like this. 88 tomorrow, 30% chance for a thunderstorm, and then just hazy, hot, and humid Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Temperatures mid or even upper 90s, and then chances for some scattered thunderstorms mid to late week. That may cool us down in pockets here towards the end of the week, but even when it starts to cool down, we're still talking temperatures well up into the 80s here for the end of the week. Back to our trivia question for tonight, and it's the summer solstice. Which location has the latest sunset tonight? And if you guessed C, Toronto, you would be correct. Again, with the summer solstice, the farther north you go, the later the sunset is. In fact, the North Pole, the sun doesn't even set at all. Down closer to the equator, it's still roughly about 12 hours of daylight and 12 hours of darkness. Elmira sunset tonight, 8:46, but Toronto's 9:02.